Print. A dull day. It was Saturday morning, and Angie and Jared were already bored. Their mother had gone to work. The father was busy cleaning the house. Their older sister, Sarah, was getting ready for a diving trip to Mexico. "We may snorkel," Sarah shouted. "Where's my mask?" Jared shrugged, and Angie sighed. "Sarah gets all the fun," Jared said. "We never get to go anywhere." Then their little brother, Benjamin, came storming from the kitchen, throwing his blanket behind him. "Yours!" he yelled. "I'm a monster! Act scared!" But Angie and Jared were tired of acting scared for Benjamin. He was always playing monster. "Come on, Jared," said Angie. "Let's get out of here before Dad makes that baby sit." The footprint. They decided to exploring by the creek that ran behind their apartment building. As they walked along the bank, Jared saw a strange imprint in the mud. "Hey, Angie, look at this!" They both stared at the print, shaped somewhat like an elephant. "Something with a webbed toes made this," Angie said. That must mean it lives in the water." "It's way too big to be a duck," said Jared. "And look, here's a mark that looks like its tail that's dragging in the mud. Maybe it's a completely new kind of animal," Angie said. "Or maybe it's a fossil, a dinosaur print," Jared exclaimed. Jared picked up a stick and poked at the dried mud. The stick broke. "Say, this mud is hard. It's petrified." Angel looked doubtful. Doubtful. "It's just dry because it hasn't rained for weeks." "You think some living creature made this?" Jared asked. "That's pretty scary. Suppose it's come after us?" "Well," said Angie, "we'd better investigate." "Is it a dinosaur?" Angie and Jared ran home and came back with a notebook, pencil and tape measure. Jared measured the length and width of the footprint, while Angie drew and scratched of it and the tail marks behind it. "We should also make a map of where the creek is and where we found the print," she said. "Then we'll go to the library." But when they stepped into the city library with their map and drawing, they felt overwhelmed. So many shelves of books all the way to the ceiling. They did not know where to begin. "Can I help you?" asked the librarian. Librarian. Jared nudged Angie, and she stepped forward to explain what they were looking for. "My brother thinks this is a dinosaur print," she ended by saying, "but I think it might be some kind of water bird. I believe some dinosaur footprints were recently discovered in Utah," said the librarian. "We'll see if they're anything like your print." The librarian led them to a computer and typed in a website address. "Here's the site," she said. "See if it's help. If this helps, then come to me if you have any more questions." Jer and Angie crowded to the computer screen. They read about the dinosaurs' prints that were found when the top layer of Earth were turned over. "But your print was right, though on the surface, said Jared. That means it can be a fossil. After all, maybe it's a bird, like you thought. Maybe, Angie agreed. Is it a bird? They went back to the library and where can I find out about birds? And she asked. The librarian pointed at an old man sitting at a table, surrounded by books. You are luck, she whispered. That's Professor of Weatherwhite. Featherwhite. He's an expert on water birds. I'm sure he'll be interested in your footprint. I'll introduce you. The professor looked closely at Angie's drawing and made a clucking noise. Mm, very unusual. I don't know of any birds in this area that could have made this print. It's quite large, but perhaps some migratory bird from some faraway place. But of course, asked George, finishing the professor's sentence. Well, yes, possibly, said the professor. Here's a book that might help you. Good luck. With a large book full of pictures, and so heavy that Angie and Jer had to take turns carrying it home. They took the book straight to Angie's room and pored over page after page of birds with webbed feet, but nothing looked right. I don't think we'll find any bird big enough to leave the print like that, said Jared. And besides, what about tail marks? That could be a bird with a long tail like a peacock, said Angie. Peacocks aren't water birds, cried Jared. Uh, well, maybe we've discovered the new water peacock, Angie said. Suddenly there was a banging on the door. Let me in! Let me in! It was Benjamin. It solves the mystery. Angie opened the door and Benjamin tumbled in, clutching something under his shirt. They couldn't hear Sarah running down the hallway outside. Come back here! She yelled. Give me my fin! Benjamin and G said sternly. Are you stealing Sarah's swim fins again? Jared closed the door. Angie, that's it. What? Seraphine made our footprint. Give it to me, Ben. Oh no, of course, Angie said, slapping her forehead, while Benjamin pulled the fin out from under his shirt. Ben, were you down by the creek a while ago? She asked. No, Benjamin ignorantly. Well, a long time ago, meanwhile, and she measured the fin and compared it to the drawing the notes and notes. You're right, Gerd. It's an almost perfect fit. Then she noticed the blanket tucked into Benjamin's shorts. The tail marks must have been his blanket. Benjamin grinned up at them. You mean you found my monster print? Angie and Jared looked at each other and laughed. First, we thought it was a dinosaur, said Jared. Then we thought it was a bird, said Angie. But now we know it was the scariest monster in the whole world. And she gave Benjamin a hug.